altered movies be labeled as such. Luis Chiavone reports.
Actor Warren Beatty took his fellow filmmakers' campaign against
unanswered points in 11:55 stretch of the second half that wrapped up the game. Well, our game tonight pits the Buffaloes of West Texas State, former Lone Star Conference members who this year are independent, against the East Texas State Lions, who finally picked up their first conference win Saturday night. Darnell Gene Lewis will join us in 60 seconds to talk about this ball game on the Lions Sports Network. Welcome you back to the ETSU Fieldhouse. John Hendry visiting now with Darnell Gene Lewis, the assistant coach for the ETSU Lions. And, Coach, we got the monkey off our back Saturday night. A lot of pressure off the ball club, and they came up with a big win over Eastern New Mexico on Saturday night. Team has to feel good.
Yeah, they're feeling great right now about the win. And I'm looking at the guys warm up, and they're real hyped. So I think we're going to have a good one tonight also.
It's been a frustrating year for the East Texas State Lions. Of course, the new system coming in very late for the Lions. They had trouble learning it. Of course, no chance for really recruiting. You get a lot of kids who come out and help. A lot of seniors who weren't playing last year had come back and helped Paul Peak in his first year. I guess this is a real special game for them, their final home game at the Fieldhouse.
Yeah, the guys want to do real well tonight. I don't know exactly how we're going to start off. We're going to do all the seniors bit, but the guys are real happy about their seasons and stuff. And even though it could have been a little better, they feel good that they were able to play and go play without any injuries.
All right, West Texas State is the opponent tonight. The Buffaloes beat East Texas State in the third game of the season for the Lions at the West Texas State Classic. And it was a game that slipped away for the Lions early on.
Yeah, we went down the wire with the last minute or two left in the game, and they came down and hit about 2-3 threes in a row, and we didn't counteract that, and that's what basically took us out of the game at the end.
All right, West Texas State is still trying to fight for a potential playoff berth in NCAA Division II. Chances are they aren't going to get it, but a loss tonight would really hurt them.
Yeah, well, we're always looking for a win. Don't get me wrong, John. I mean, everybody just wants to win, but I think after this game Saturday and the momentum the guys bringing in tonight's game, the way I'm looking at them warm up right now, I think there's a good chance that we can win this game.
All right, keys to the winning the ball game tonight.
Well, they do a great job in the transitions game, and they're well balanced. I mean, you're talking about McKinney, who's about 6'6". You're talking about Ruiz, who is about 6'5". You're talking about the point guard is 6'1" and can really play great defense. I mean, they're a really balanced club, and I think if we could get them on the transition game and make them play a half-court game, and maybe we do a little bit of zoning on them, I think that's going to help us to come out with the win.
All right, Coach, best of luck.
Thank you, John.
Coach Darnell Gene Lewis of the ETSU Lions, and we're back in 60 seconds on the Lions Sports Network. We welcome you back to the ETSU Fieldhouse. I'm John Hendry. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Lions Sports Network. We have, first of all, our national anthem. Let's go to that very quickly. interesting version of the Star Spangled Banner. I don't think I'd ever heard a solo done on a, what is that instrument anyway? An oboe, a what? A baritone, thank you. Sorry, I'm not the connoisseur of musical instruments I probably should be. Before we go any further, we need to pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves along the Lions Sports Network.
This is the Mint, 88.9 KETR, Commerce, Texas, your home for ETSU sports.
John Hendry back at the ETSU Fieldhouse tonight. Okay, women's finals tonight, and these are very important, so listen up. You ready? All right, East Texas State Lady Lions, 62. Texas Women's, 47. That's pretty good. Abilene Christian, 100. Cameron, 84. Abilene Christian clinches the Lone Star Conference Championship, and East Texas State clinches a berth in postseason play. Also tonight, Central Oklahoma, 97. Angelo State, 92. If Abilene Christian beats Angelo State, that would mean that East Texas State would be the number 5 seed in the tournament. And you know who they would probably play? Well, we'll figure that out for you. Let's see. Abilene Christian now goes to 9-2. Eastern New Mexico off. They're 7-4. Central Oklahoma goes to 7-4. They're tied for second. Texas Women's goes to 6-5. Angelo State goes to 4-7. East Texas goes to 4-9, and Cameron goes to 2-9. Okay, as it stands, if East Texas could finish in second place or fifth place, they'd probably play Texas Women's in the first round of the tournament. So there you have. They're either going to play Texas Women's or Central Oklahoma or Eastern New Mexico in the first round. That is definite. So the Lady Lions looking good. Okay, our game tonight matches the East Texas State Lions and the West Texas State Buffaloes. WT won this ball game 75-63 back on November 25th in Amarillo. The ball game was close until the final minutes when the Buffaloes started hitting a bunch of three-pointers down the stretch to win it. East Texas comes into the ball game at 7-7 on the year, 1-10 in conference play. West Texas State is 17-8. They are not in a conference this year. They are an NCAA Division II independent. Mark Adams in the 5th year as head coach at West Texas State. He is 105-41 overall as head coach of the Buffaloes. West Texas leads the series 23-14 going into the ball game tonight. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen with the starters. We weren't sure a few minutes ago. We may see all 5 seniors start tonight for the Lions. We don't know that as of yet. We'll know that in just a couple of minutes as to who will start this ball game tonight between East Texas State. It is the final home game for the East Texas State Lions. They will play Thursday at Texas A&I, and that will be their season finale because East Texas will not be advancing into postseason play this year. We'll come back and have the starting lineups and the start of tonight's ball game after this timeout on the Lions Sports Network. And we welcome you back to the field house at East Texas State University, just a few minutes away from the start of tonight's ball game between the East Texas State Lions and the West Texas State Buffaloes. Other games tonight in the Lone Star Conference. Angelo State is at Central Oklahoma. That ball game just underway. Abilene Christian at Cameron also just underway. Eastern New Mexico at Texas A&I. That ball game tipped off about 7:30. And let's go now to public address announcer Rich Renault for the starting lineups of tonight's ball game.
Buffaloes of West Texas State University.
Both teams coming over to the sideline. Officials tonight, John Paul's the referee, Ed Harrison and Matt Montgomery.
Introducing the starting lineup for the visiting Buffaloes of West Texas State. Starting at forward as 6'5", 215-pound junior, number 34, Russell Adams.
Adams comes forward, in averaging 13-1 a game.
5-pound senior, number 32, Earl McKinney.
McKinney at 15.3 points a game.
Forward as 6'7", 195-pound junior, number 30, Bobby Jones.
5 points a game for Jones.
At guard, a 6'4", 190-pound junior, number 20, Walter Ruiz.
The Brazilian averaging 10-8 a game.
At guard, a 6'1", 180-pound junior number 10, Andre Brown.
From Chicago, Illinois, averaging 9.9 points a game.
Mark Adams.
And now,
introducing your East Texas St. Lions. Starting at forward, a 6'5", 198-pound senior from Pittsburgh, number 44, Tony Williamson.
Williamson, a senior, 9.6 points a game.
A 6'5", 190-pound sophomore from Dallas Carter, number 32, Nathaniel Sneed.
11-1 a game for Sneed.
At guard, a 5'10", 174-pound junior from Dallas South Oak Cliff, number 11, Lyndon Love.
14-1 a game for Love.
At forward, a 6'3", 195-pound junior from Houston, Langham Creek, number 5, Darren Fleming.
10-6 a game for Darren.
At guard, a 6'3", 175-pound senior from Houston, Smiley, number 4, Hondo Ford. And the rest of the East Texas State Lions, coached by Paul Peak, assisted by Darnell Jean-Louis.
Hondo Ford averaging 15.8 a game. Paul Peak is 23rd year as a head basketball coach. He has a record of 393 wins, 271 losses. Officials again tonight, John Paul, Ed Harrison, and Matt Montgomery. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Lions Sports Network. We're glad to have you with us tonight. This should be a fun game. And, of course, the last home game for 5 seniors on this ball club. Hondo Ford, Jeff Lampkin, Doug Peak, Alan Fields, and Tony Williamson. And they will all play tonight. Rest assured of that. In the center circle, Bobby Jones will go against Hondo Ford. The maroon uniforms of the West Texas State Buffaloes, the gold and blue of East Texas State. Tip is controlled by the Lions as Hondo Ford tips it out deep to Lyndon Love. Here come the Lions. They'd like to go for 2 in a row tonight. Hondo Ford has it on the right side. Now up top to Tony Williamson. Over to Darren Fleming. Fleming dribbles around the left side. Ball knocked out of bounds by Andre Brown. We are just underway here at the ETSU Fieldhouse. Lady Lions victorious tonight, 62-47. They are in the Lone Star Conference Tournament. That is guaranteed. Now Darren Fleming, left side Tony Williamson. Williamson up high on the left wing, dribbles around to the right to Hondo Ford. Lost the ball, gets it back. Hondo now over to Darren Fleming. He has trouble with the ball, gets it to Lyndon Love. 18 on the shot clock. Love goes to Tony Williamson, now the right side to Fleming. 14 on the shot clock. Fleming tries to feed it inside and feeds it right to West Texas State. It's intercepted by Russell Adams. So first turnover of the game is by the East Texas State Lions. Trying to win their 8th of the year. It's been a rough year for Paul Peak. Feed the ball inside, shot up, no good by Andre Brown. The rebound out to Nathan Sneed. Long pass down to Hondo Ford. 18-footer left side, in and out, no good. Rebound out to Russell Adams for West Texas State. Shot was open, just wouldn't fall that time for Hondo. Walter Ruiz across the half court goes to Andre Brown. Brown with the basketball, left side over to Russell Adams. Adams drives toward the baseline, can't go. Now looks, feeds it up top to Brown to the right side. Give it over to Earl McKinney. McKinney inside, ball knocked away. Lions get it. And it's East Texas State. Darren Fleming got the rebound. Here's Lyndon Love across the half court. Love goes to the right side to Nathan Sneed. Sneed now over to Tony Williamson. Williamson up top, whistle. We have a foul away from the play. That's going to be an illegal screen on Lyndon Love. Love called for the moving screen. That'll be his first. Team foul 1 of the second turnover against East Texas State. 18-18 to go. First half of play. It's 0-0. Neither team has scored here. Very big defensive battle, shall we call it. Now a charging foul called the other way on Andre Brown. That'll be his first, team first, and the first turnover against East Texas State. Lyndon Love calls the play. It's the pat your head play. That was like that, because that looks like pat your head and rub your tummy at the same time. And give it now to Nathan Sneed. Sneed on the left side. In trouble, feeds it now to Lyndon Love. Love to Tony Williamson. Left side of the lane, he took steps with it. Slid his foot. And turnover, that's the third for the East Texas State Lions.
Now Andre Brown with the basketball in the backcourt over to Walter Ruiz. Ruiz pass across the half court to Walter. He throws it away. Earl McKinney, threw it away. That'll be the second turnover on West Texas State. Still scoreless at the 17:47 mark in the first half of play. Hondo Ford goes behind the band and fetches the basketball, and we're ready to go. Ford has the basketball, hands it to Lyndon Love, and Love will take it down the floor against Andre Brown. Love across the half court. Still working against Brown. Now it goes to Hondo. Hondo on the right side, feed it to Love. Underneath for the layup. Got it. And East Texas State scores to open up the ball game. Down the other way, feed it, and a double dribble call against West Texas State. Andre Brown was going to feed the ball, held it up, and then dribbled again. Third turnover against West Texas State. And here come the Lions. As it is, Lyndon Love across the half court. Love works on the right wing, feed it to Williams at top of the circle. Tony going to drive, can't go with it. Now in trouble, no place to go, outside to Hondo Ford. Ford up high, working against Walter Ruiz. He'll go to the left side. Here's Lyndon Love, three-pointer, left wing. Won't fall, rebound Ruiz, West Texas State. The Brazilian marches it up the floor from Sao Paulo, goes to the left side to Earl McKinney, back to Ruiz. Ruiz looks to feed it in. No place to go, he'll dribble around. Now to the right side, give it to Earl McKinney. McKinney with the basket, goes into the hoop, got it. And we are tied at 2 at the 16:46 mark of the first half of play. 2-2 our score. Here's Darren Fleming across the half court. Fleming with the basketball, goes over to Hondo Ford. Ford with the dribble, goes to the right side, now back over to the left. Feed it into Tony Williamson. In the paint, up for the shot, got it. It's Tony Williamson. And it's 4-2, East Texas State. Fast break pass to Russell Adams, lays it in. Adams blew past everybody, got the long inbound pass. We're tied at 4. Paul Peacup didn't like that defensively. Now Hondo Ford across the half court. He's working against Ruiz. Over now to Nathan Sneed. Sneed drives to the basket, puts up a shot, got it. Nathan Sneed. And it's 6-4, East Texas State. 16:01 to go, first half of play. Ruiz in the backcourt over to Andre Brown. Back to Ruiz. Ruiz across the half court over to Jones. Now into McKinney. His shot won't fall. Rebound won't fall. Rebound out of bounds to West Texas State. Scott Caldwell and Carlos Hopper check in for the Buffaloes. They will replace Andre Brown and Bobby Jones. 15:48 to go, first half of play. 6-4. West Texas State trails East Texas State. Inbound into Scott Caldwell. In the paint, his shot partially blocked. Rebound is out to Hondo Ford. Whistle and a foul call. That's going to be a reach-in, I think, on Caldwell. 1-4, says John Paul. That's Caldwell's first team foul, 2 on West Texas State. 15:42 to go in the first half of play. 6-4, Lions lead. Lyndon Love, very low to the ground, works across the half court on the left side. Love goes over to Nathan Sneed. Sneed's 16-footer is no good. Rebound out to Ruiz for West Texas State. He gets the tip, long pass goes down to Russell Adams. Adams misses the jam. Sneed gets the rebound. Out to to Hondo Ford. Ford underneath to Fleming. Fleming, whistle foul called as bodies fly to the floor. Foul is on Walter Ruiz. That's his first. Team foul number 3. Is it going to be a shooting foul? I think so. Darren Fleming's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Fleming has been in a bit of a slump from the free throw line. These last 10 games, he's down to 58% from the line. 15-26, but drains that one right there. And that gives the Lions a 3-point lead. East Texas State ended a 10-game losing streak Saturday, beating Eastern New Mexico, and they lead West Texas now 8-4. Fleming with 2 points as he cans both free throws. In the backcourt, it's Carlos Hopper, goes across now to Earl McKinney. Back outside, Walter Ruiz, left wing. Ruiz with the dribble, now give it back out to Hopper. Hopper's center, now back to the right to Ruiz. Ruiz looking. Now feed the ball inside, shot up and good. Whistle foul called. Russell Adams going to get the basket. Let's check and see who the foul is on. It's on Nathan Sneed. His first, team foul 2. Give Russell Adams the basket. And he'll go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play. Adams, a 75% free throw shooter. He's 76 of 102. Free throw up and good. Adams with 5 and a timeout. 14:54 to go. Our score, East Texas 8, West Texas 7. Back in 60 seconds on the Lions Sports Network. Welcome back to the ETSU Fieldhouse. 14 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the first half of play as the East Texas State Lions with an 8-7 score. They lead West Texas State. Russell Adams hit the basket and converted the free throw just a moment ago. We are at the ETSU Fieldhouse, and in case you tuned in late, Lady Lions victorious 62-47. East Texas shooting 50% from the field, 3 of 6. West Texas 33%, they're 3 of 9. Love with the basketball, now goes over to Hondo Ford. Ford now over to Love. In the paint, dishes off to Sneed, left side of the lane, goes up with a shot, he's fouled. That's going to go on Earl McKinney. 3-2 the foul. McKinney, that's his first. Team foul number 4 on West Texas State. And Nathan Sneed will go to the line to shoot 2. Sneed is a 62% free throw shooter, 15-24 on the year. Shot up, no good. Lions as a team improved their percentage to 60%, 116 of 193. And tonight they're 2 of 3. Second free throw for Nathan up, and this one is good. Sneed with 3. It's 9-7. East Texas by a bucket. 14:37 to go, first half of play. Ruiz with the basketball in the backcourt. Give it now over to Hopper. Hopper across the half court, now double team. Trying to get out of it and finds a wide open slam dunk by Russell Adams. Adams wide open under the basket, got the slam, and we're tied at 9. Now the Lions had 3 men on the trap, and that left some men open. Now Lyndon Love down the floor, goes Tony Williams, and Nathan Sneed, left side of the lane, trying to go to the basket, can't get turned around, out to Tony Williamson. Lions will reset, now feed it to Darren Fleming, top of the key. He'll back it out over to Lyndon Love. Love with the basketball, works up high, shot clock at 20. Lions go to Nathan Sneed. Sneed out to Tony Williamson. Williamson drives the paint, up for the shot. That is going to be a foul, blocking foul called, I think, on Hopper. Wed 2-4. Hopper draws his first, team 5. Tony Williamson going to the line. Hopper had the lane to draw the charge, but he moved backwards and Tony Williamson came in. So Williamson will shoot 2. Tony shooting 59% from the line. He's 16-27. Free throw up and good. Tony now with 3 points, so the Lions back on top, 10-9. With the second free throw to come. This one is up and is no good. Rebound, battle for. Hondo Ford comes down with it. So the Lions with the basketball. Hondo has it on the right corner. Hondo Ford dribbles around. Now goes outside to Lyndon Love. Love goes right baseline. 8-footers, good. And the Lions lead at 12-9. Down the floor, here's Ruiz, goes over to Andre Brown. Brown goes to the left side to Caldwell. Now Brown has it again. Ruiz, 3-pointer, left baseline, in and out, no good. Rebound, Darren Fleming. Fleming throws the ball away. And the Lions turn it over for the 4th time tonight. Again, finals and women's play. Lady Lions 62, Texas Women's 47. Central Oklahoma 97, Angelo State 92, and Abilene Christian 100. Cameron 84, all finals tonight. Feed the ball inside. Here's Earl McKinney. Outside shot up by Brown. It is no good. Rebound battled for. Out to Brown. Brown back outside. Ball knocked out of bounds. Will be East Texas State. Trying to feed it to Russell Adams, and he never really had control of it. So Lyndon Love gets the inbound pass. Lions leading 12-9. 12:50 to go, first half of play. Across the half court comes Love. Lions playing with some confidence tonight. Feed it now to Nathan Sneed, out to Tony Williamson. Lions feel they can win this game, and they lead here early on. Darren Fleming with the ball way up high right side. Now to Tony Williamson on the right baseline at the corner. Williamson going to dribble out, gives it to Nathan Sneed. Sneed now dribbles around. 17 on the shot clock. Goes to the left side. Darren Fleming. Fleming line to the basket. Up for the shot. Got it.
Fleming banks it in. It's 14-9. Lions have run off 5 in a row here. Mark Adams up pacing the bench. Almost a steal, and now a whistle. Ball knocked away. Darren Fleming got a hand on Scott Caldwell, and he drew the pushing foul. Correct call by John Paul. I think Fleming thought no one was behind him, and he might get away with the push, but he didn't. So a fresh 45-second clock now for West Texas State. Give the ball to Andre Brown. Brown to the left side to Ruiz. From the corner, starts to drive. Dishes back outside. Now Caldwell has it right side. Feed it inside. Russell Adams. Adams turn around. Whistle foul called. Tony Williamson grimacing like he'll get the foul, and he does. Tony's first, team foul number 4 on East Texas State. Lions with 4 fouls, West Texas with 5 fouls. 14-9, East Texas leads, 11:58 to go first half of play. Lyndon Love over to the bench to grab a towel. As at the line is Russell Adams to shoot 2. 1 of 1 from the line, 7 points, but he missed that free throw. Lady Lions finished up their season tonight. They'll now wait to find out exactly when they'll play in the postseason tournament. Second free throw up, also no good. Rebound, Tony Williamson. So the Lions hold on to a 5-point lead, 14-9. East Texas will wrap up, the men will wrap up their season Thursday night. Hondo Ford in the paint, won't fall. Rebound battled for. Ford has it, and he's fouled. Hondo will go to the line. 2-0, Walter Ruiz, second foul, team foul 6. End of the ball game, Mike Laerla for West Texas State, along with Bobby Jones. And they replace Russell Adams and Scott Caldwell. Hondo Ford at the line will shoot 2. Ford a 46% free throw shooter, 19 of 41 on the year. Averaging just under 16 a game. Free throw is no good. Bounced off the back of the iron, no good. And Hondo will shoot again. Lions trying to extend that lead. Hondo hits. His first point of the game. It's 15-9. This is a 6-point run by East Texas State here early on. Across the half court, Andre Brown goes to the left side. Now back out to Brown. Brown dribbles up high to reset the offense. Brown looking, goes to Earl McKinney, top of the circle. Now feed it to the left side to Ruiz. Ruiz looking. Now he'll dribble around, goes up top to Earl McKinney. McKinney drives, can't go. Now inside to Bobby Jones. Turn around, nice jumper. Fall-away jumper for Bobby Jones. It's 15-11. And that ends the 6-point run by East Texas State. Here's Hondo Ford down the floor. Crosses the half court. Now dribbles the ball off his feet and out of bounds. Turnover East Texas. That is their 5th turnover of the ball game. 11:05 to go, first half of play, 15-11. At halftime, we'll have scores from around the Lone Star Conference for you. Now to the right side, give the ball off to Earl McKinney. McKinney goes top of the key, tries to feed it into Laerla and turns it over. It was tipped by Hondo Ford, and Tony Williamson brought it down. Now across to Darren Fleming, over to Hondo Ford. Ford dribbles to the right side, to the corner, goes to Lyndon Love. Love in the paint, shot rolls around, no good. Love gets his rebound, shot rejected, and Ruiz comes with it. Now quickly to Andre Brown. Brown's shot is partially blocked. West Texas begging for a goaltending call. They're not going to get it. Now Love dishes off to Sneed, misses the layup. Rebound chased out to Darren Fleming. Well, it looks sloppy on both ends there. Wow. How that wasn't goaltending on the Lions, I'll never know. Feed the ball over to Nathan Sneed. Left side, Darren Fleming. Fleming double-teamed, in trouble, gets it to Sneed. Sneed now back outside to Hondo Ford. Ford to the left side to Fleming. Fleming to the corner to Williamson. Left side, Williamson dribbles to the basket. Here's his shot. Got it to fall, and he is fouled. Bobby Jones draws the foul. Tony Williamson gets the basket, and he'll go to the line to shoot 1. Into the ball game, Jeff Lampkin for East Texas State going to give Lyndon Love a break, and Scott Caldwell will check back in for West Texas along with Russell Adams. Adams checks in, and he will replace Bobby Jones. All right, Tony Williamson at the line. Got his basket a minute ago, and now he'll have a chance at a 3-point play. Lions lead 17-11. Shot is up. It's 18-11. 6 points for Tony Williamson. Lions by 7, 9:49 in the half. Been a low-scoring half, but East Texas has the lead. As West Texas a bit cold. You know, if they heat up, it could be tough. Ruiz back outside to Andre Brown. Brown now goes to the right side to Caldwell. Back now to McKinney. Ball knocked away. Chased out of bounds. Saved to West Texas State. Ball goes out of bounds off the foot of Darren Fleming and reset the shot clock. 9:27 to go, first half of play. 18-11, East Texas State leads West Texas State. WT leads this series 23-14. Two teams have played for a long time, even well before conference play started. 18-11, East Texas leads. West Texas, a former member of the Lone Star Conference, there has been talk that they will try to rejoin sooner or later. Inbound to Caldwell. He's having trouble holding the ball. Now loses it, and Jeff Lampkin comes down with it. That'll be a turnover to West Texas State. He never got a shot off. Now Lampkin, three-pointer, right side. It's short. Rebound, Nathan Sneed. Stripped the ball out of bounds to to East Texas State. 9:10 to go in the first half of play. Into the ball game now comes Earl McKinney. Also into the ball game is Carlos Hopper. Out of the ball game comes Mike Laerla and Andre Brown. Darren Fleming will inbound from the left side. In his hands, gets it out to Nathan Sneed, left corner. Sneed now dribbles out, going to give it to Lyndon Love. Love with the basketball, works around on the left wing. Now will start to move in, gives it up now to Darren Fleming. Fleming at the left point, feeds it to the corner, Tony Williamson. Williamson looking to go in, his shot is blocked, and Caldwell comes up with it. Having trouble holding on to it, now gets it out to Earl McKinney. McKinney quickly down the floor, goes to the baseline. Here's a shot up and good by Russell Adams, and he's going to go to the foul line. Tony Williamson draws the foul. Adams gets the basket and a chance for a three-point play. 18-13. Adams 1 of 3 from the free throw line, will shoot one. Tony Williamson drew his second foul. That's team foul number 5 on East Texas State. Looks like we're going to get an updated score for you in a second. Shot up and good by Adams, and it's 18-14. Lions by 4. 8:38 to go in the first half of play. Lampkin has the ball. Now over to Tony Williamson. Williamson feed it over to Lyndon Love. Love in trouble, bounces it out of bounds. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Lions Sports Network.
This is the Mint. 88.9 KETR, Commerce, Texas.
Back to play here at the ETSU Fieldhouse. Tony Williamson out. His ball stolen away. Tried to pass it to Lampkin. Got the steal. Here's the layup shot. Good by Andre Brown. Here's a halftime score for you from Kingsville. Eastern New Mexico 37. Texas A&M 36. That is at the half. With the basketball now, Lyndon Love. Score now 18-16 after the layup by Brown. Give it to the left side to Lampkin. Lampkin drives on the left wing, goes to the baseline, back outside Tony Williamson. To the right side, Nathan Sneed, feed it into Williamson. In trouble, back out to Sneed. Now to Lampkin on the left wing, fakes a three, goes to Sneed up high. Sneed looking, whistle, foul away from the play, and Lyndon Love, I think, is going to be called for the foul. He's upset. That's it, another illegal screen for Lyndon Love. His second foul, team 6, and the 7th turnover. Substitution as Greg Houston comes into the ball game. And he's going to replace Carlos Hopper. 18-16. East Texas State leads West Texas State. 7:42 to go in the first half of play. Across the half court, here comes Andre Brown. Brown dribbles, goes to the right side to Scott Caldwell. Back to Brown, now to the left side, over to Houston. Back to Brown. Right side, Caldwell. Feed it to the baseline to McKinney. McKinney now dribbles out to the wing, goes to the baseline to Caldwell. His shot partially blocked, goes into Adams. His shot's good. Russell Adams gets it, and we're tied at 18. 7:09 to go, tied at 18. A 7-point run by the Buffaloes. Hondo Ford calls a timeout. 7:03 to go. First half of play. 18-18, East Texas and West Texas. Back in 60 seconds on the Lions Sports Network. And we welcome you back to the ETSU Fieldhouse. I'm John Hendry, our studio engineer tonight, Mark Chapman, along the Lions Sports Network. And we welcome all of those you listening, tonight on Team Line. You can hear the Lions Sports Network live broadcast of every East Texas State University game by calling 1-800-232-0669 from anywhere in the U.S. or Canada. All you need is a touch-tone telephone, a Visa or MasterCard, and you'll never have to miss a Lion broadcast again. 1-800-232-0669. Back to play East Texas State basketball. Lyndon Love now over to Tony Williamson. Williamson dribbles on top of the circle. Now in trouble, goes to the right side to Hondo Ford. Ford three-pointer, top of the circle, is good. And it's 21-18 on Hondo Ford's first basket of the night. He now has 4 points. Down the other way, here is Greg Houston. Back over to Andre Brown. To the left side, Caldwell. Back to Brown. Right side, Houston. Houston looks. Back to Brown. Right side, Caldwell. Drives the baseline. Up for the shot. Won't fall. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up and in. Scott Caldwell gets the basket. 21-20. As the junior playing strong. Now Hondo Ford down the floor. Stops in the left wing. Now holds up. Out to Lyndon Love. Love drives. 18-footer. Top of the circle. Nets it. Love with 6 points. 23-20. Lions back up by 3. 5:58 to go. First half of play. I give it to Andre Brown. To left side, Caldwell. Feed it inside. Adams stripped of the ball. Whistle, reach in, foul called. Paul Peak is upset with that call. And John Paul looks at him as to what kind of call. You better not protest too much. Lyndon Love, his 3rd foul. And Love goes over to the official and says, hey, he was pulling on me. 1-and-1 opportunity. Stephen Overton will check into the ball game for East Texas State. And Paul Peak is up, and he is still talking to the officials. At the line to shoot 1-and-1 is Russell Adams. Adams is 2 of 4 from the line. And he hits that one. Lyndon Love charged with his 3rd foul, and he'll sit down for a while. 5:50 to go, first half of play. So the freshman, Stephen Overton, checks in. Second free throw up and also good. So Adams now with 14 points, 23-22. All right, down the floor, here's Hondo Ford. Rushes it up the floor very quickly. Goes to the baseline, 10-footer, no good. Whistle, foul called. That's going to go, I think, against Earl McKinney. That is the call. 32, his 2nd foul. Team foul 8 on West Texas State. 5:41 to go, first half of play, 23-22. Into the ball game, Darren Fleming will check back in, and Nathan Sneed will take a break. Hondo Ford is at the line. He'll shoot 2. Ford 1 of 2 from the line, has 4 points tonight. Ford is ready. Free throw up and short. Mike Laerla will check back in for West Texas State, and he's going to replace Earl McKinney. 5:41 left to go, first half of play. Second free throw for Hondo is good. So Ford now with 5 points, 24-22. Lions by 2. 5:40 to go, first half of play. Ruiz over to Brown. Now goes to the left side to Houston. Back to Brown. Back to Houston. Now to the baseline. Give the ball to Adams. Back now to Brown. To the baseline. Here is Houston with it. Back to Brown. Brown goes back over to Russell Adams. Adams, 10-footer, baseline. Nice shot, Russell Adams. Already with 16 points. And we're tied at 24. Adams averaging 13, as we said, has 16. Overton across the half court, goes now to Lampkin. Back over to Overton. To the right side, give it to Fleming. Now back over to Lampkin. Lampkin with a basketball over to Fleming. Darren Fleming has the basketball, drives the baseline. Here's his jumper. Good, and he's fouled. Count the basket. Darren Fleming is going to go to the line. I think the foul was on Ruiz. Let's check. Was that on Ruiz? 20? 44, excuse me, Laerla. That's his first. Team foul 9. And Darren Fleming at the line to shoot 1.
Fleming with 6 points. Free throw up and give him 7 points. The Lions back up 27-24. 4:53 to go in the first half of play. Down the floor, here is Ruiz to the left side to Andre Brown. Now back over to Houston. Houston dribbles around. Into the paint, give it to Houston. Now to the left side, it's Brown. Drives the baseline. Shot is blocked by Tony Williamson, then knocked out of bounds. Will go to East Texas State. Last touch by Andre Brown. 4:27 to go, first half of play. Across the half court goes Hondo Ford. Right side jumper is good. Hondo from 18 feet has 7. It's 29-24. Lions now up by 5 points with 4:11 to go in the first half of play. Ruiz with the basketball. Goes to the right side to Andre Brown. Richard Flanagan will check in next break for East Texas. Now get the ball over to Greg Houston. Houston over to Walter Ruiz. Ruiz back outside now to Andre Brown. Brown in the paint, ball goes into the basket. I don't know, I guess we'll give that to Adams. Who are we going to give it to? They're going to give it to Andre Brown. 29-26, and now a foul away from the play. Foul is on goal number 5. That's Darren Fleming away from the play. That's his second. Team 8, turnover 8. So is that, did they decide they gave it to Brown? Okay. On a deflection, I guess. Into the ball game is Richard Flanagan for East Texas State. He replaces Nathan Sneed. At the line, Walter Ruiz will shoot 1 and 1. 29-26, East Texas by 3. Ruiz to shoot the 1 and 1. It's good. Ruiz came in shooting 80% from the free throw line. And the second free throw for Ruiz is up, and it is also good. So Ruiz with 2 points, 29-28 our score. 3:36 to go. Across the half court, it's Overton. Goes to Flanagan. Into the paint, Hondo Ford. Up for the shot. Won't fall. Rebound battle for. It's out to West Texas, but they travel with it. 3:24 to go, first half of play. And the Lions will have the basketball on West Texas end of the court. Darren Fleming will inbound, does so to Richard Flanagan. Way up high, give the ball over to Lampkin. Lampkin, top of the circle, back outside to Overton. Overton drives into the basket, underneath. Fleming's shot won't fall. Gets his own rebound, knocked away from him, and West Texas comes up with it. Out quickly, here goes Andre Brown underneath the Caldwell. His shot rolls in. Well, West Texas getting the break on the roll. 30-29, West Texas back on top. 3 minutes to go in the first half of play. Hondo Ford across the half court. Gives the ball off to Stephen Overton. Overton to the right side to Lampkin, back to Overton. Now to the left side, give it to Fleming, back to Overton. Overton now to the right, goes to Lampkin, back to Overton. Now to the right side, Lampkin, three-pointer on the way, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped off to Overton. He'll try a three-pointer. It's good. Overton makes it 32-30. East Texas State back on top. 2:22 to go, first half of play. Walter Ruiz with the basketball. Now up top, Scott Caldwell. Feed the ball inside. McKinney gets it in. Earl McKinney, and we're tied now at 32. McKinney with 4 points. Story has been Russell Adams, who has 16 in the first half. Overton with the basketball. Feed it to Hondo. Right side in the paint. Hook shot won't fall. Rebound Hondo Ford. Back up again. That one won't fall. Rebound Earl McKinney. Out quickly goes to Andre Brown. Brown back behind, goes to McKinney. Now outside Caldwell for 3. Won't fall. Rebound chased out. Out of bounds will go to East Texas State. Minute 43. Tony Williamson checks back in. He'll replace Richard Flanagan. Also into the ball game, Carlos Hopper checks in. And he will replace Caldwell. Scott Caldwell goes out for West Texas State.
Basketball belongs to East Texas State. 1 minute, 43 seconds to go, first half of play. And down the floor comes Stephen Overton. Overton across the half court. Works on the left side. Almost lost his dribble. Retains it. Now give it off to Hondo Ford up high. Shot clock at 31. Game clock 1:29. We're tied at 32. Fleming going to the basket. 10-footer won't fall. Rebound tipped out. Chased down by Brown for West Texas State. He gets it out to Hopper. Hopper quickly down the floor. Holds up out to Walter Ruiz. Ruiz with the basketball. Now dribbles around. Hands the ball off to Andre Brown. Minute 6 to go in the half. Brown, type of four corners offense, gives it to Carlos Hopper. Hopper now to the left side to Ruiz. Ruiz dribbles around. Almost lost the ball. Now still has it. Loses it. And Lampkin chases it down. Lions get the turnover. Back behind to Hondo Ford. Ford goes top of the key, shoots, and that one falls. And it's 34-32. East Texas back up by 2, 39 seconds in the half. Shot clock is off. Andre Brown with the basketball to the left side. Give it to Carlos Hopper. Hopper now to Ruiz, top of the circle, 30 seconds. Now over to McKinney. Earl McKinney back over to Ruiz. Ruiz looking, now goes up high left wing to Hopper. 20 seconds in the half. Hopper with the basketball up high. Lions with a 2-point lead. 14 seconds in the half. Hopper now drives into the paint. Puts up a shot, up and good. Carlos Hopper ties it at 34. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Overton, three-pointer is no good at the buzzer. Well, we end the first half where we started the first half with a deadlock. Our score, East Texas State 34, West Texas State 34. Back after this 2-minute timeout on the Lions Sports Network. And we welcome you back to the ETSU Fieldhouse. John Hendry with you, and Beth Palmer will join us in just a few minutes. Our halftime score, East Texas State 34 and West Texas State 34. Lions open up the scoring with a basket. We were tied at 2. We were tied at 4. East Texas jumped out to an 8-4 lead. Then 9-7. We were tied at 9. East Texas stretched it to 15-9. Then 18-11. We were tied at 18. Then 21-20 East Texas. 23-20. 24-22. We were tied at 24. Lions jumped out to a 29-24 lead. East Texas got it back at 30-29. We were tied at 32, and we're tied at 34. Russell Adams, 16 points to lead West Texas in the first half. Earl McKinney with 4. Scott Caldwell with 4. Andre Brown with 4. 2 for Bobby Jones. 2 for Carlos Hopper. 2 for Walter Ruiz. For the Lions, Hondo Ford leading the way with 9 points. 7 for Darren Fleming. 6 for Lyndon Love. 6 for Tony Williamson. 3 for Stephen Overton. 3 for Nathan Sneed. Your halftime score, East Texas State 34, West Texas State 34. We'll come back and visit with Beth Palmer, the head coach of the ETSU Lady Lions. Our halftime score, 34-all. We're back in 60 seconds on the Lions Sports Network. Welcome back to East Texas State as we have some scores to pass on to you. Men's scores in the second half. It's Texas A&I 61, Eastern New Mexico 49. That's in the second half. Halftime, Cameron 41, Abilene Christian 34. And no score available from Central Oklahoma tonight, who is at Angelo State. Our halftime score is 34-34 in women's finals tonight. It was Central Oklahoma 97-92, Abilene Christian 100, Cameron 84. That means Abilene Christian is the Lone Star Conference champion. And East Texas State 62, Texas Women's 47. Beth Palmer, your team is in the Citgo-AFCO Lone Star Conference postseason tournament.
Incredible with a win-loss like what we've got. But, you know, you got to go back and look back at what we put ourselves through, which we don't intend to do again next year. But the type of teams that we played were extremely difficult, and I just can't take anything away from that. I think we've got to go back and look that's got to be helping us right now.
The key to the ball game tonight happened about 5 minutes into the second half. 15-35.
Right.
It was a three-point shot by Holly Bond, which gave Texas Women's a 38-35 lead. They did not score again for 11 minutes and 55 seconds.
Right.
In the meantime, the Lady Lions go on a 21-point run to put the game away. It's 56-38 before Texas Women's gets another basket.
And I think we had a timeout around there sometime, too, explaining to the ladies that it was up to them now at this point to take it and go with it because Texas Women's was obviously cold coming out at halftime. They just could not keep it going.
What a great ball game tonight for Pam Wilkerson. 20 points tonight, played strong inside. And Stacy Norrell, who bless her heart, had 8 turnovers.
5 or so in the first half, didn't she? She really, came out so cold. She just was uptight. Sandy played her sister, and she probably wanted to do well. And, that she's always wanted to beat Texas Women's. This is her 3rd year to try to do it. And, just a lot of things come into play right there. And I think she let it get to her mentally. And at halftime, we had to do some mental preparation work for her. And she came out in the second half and shook it off and turned it around.
And she had several steals in the second half. I was trying to, here it is, right here. No, that was the halftime box. I've got that final box around here somewhere. But she had, I think, 8 turnovers. She came back with 7 steals, finishes with 16 points. Yeah.
Made up for those turnovers. She sure did. And she came back and she got hot in the three-point, and that was real critical there for a couple of three-point shots we got. And she started playing a much better defense. We just told her, turn up your defensive game and your offensive game is going to follow, and that's exactly what she did.
And Sherry Washington, where has she been all year? Comes up with 14 points, including 10 points.
That's why we recruited her. I mean, we saw her play like that, and she's waited all year to finally come around and take charge and do it. She's really been a passive player when y'all seen her play, and tonight she went in and she penetrated and dominated and didn't let anybody, have anything over her. And that's the kind of play we've got to have, because what she did made things happen. And our post play worked much better off of that as a result of her penetration.
Beth Palmer, our guest here at halftime at the ETSU Fieldhouse. Lady Lions winning 62-47. Our halftime score knotted at 34, East Texas and West Texas. We're back to talk more with Beth Palmer in 60 seconds on the Lions Sports Network. Okay, let's welcome you back now to the ETSU Fieldhouse. We were looking at the Citgo-AFCO Lone Star Conference postseason bracket. Here's the women's bracket.
Right.
Abilene Christian has clinched. They go here in the number 1 spot, ACU. All right, East Texas is going to be either the number 5 team or the number 6 team.
Correct.
If Angelo State loses to Abilene Christian in San Angelo, East Texas State would be the number 5 seed and would play the number 4 seed, which would be Eastern New Mexico, Central Oklahoma, or Texas Women's. And if you're the number 6 seed, you'll either play Eastern New Mexico, Central Oklahoma, or Texas Women's.
Is that not incredible? I was tonight, my girls were real concerned because we've got some who are taking a life-saving class on Wednesday evening, and so we've got to make some decisions or either pull some strings for them, see if they could take it at another time or something. But because if we have to play the 1 o'clock game, there's no way we can travel the same day of. We'd have to go the day before. Isn't that incredible that we have other priorities we have to take care of? We're going to take today. We're going to take Tuesday and Wednesday off and practice hard on Thursday, Friday. Give them a weekend that they haven't had in a long time, and come back and practice next week.
Now you have a real tough situation because of the cancellation of the game at Texas A&M.
Right.
You will not play until next Thursday. That's a week and 2 days away.
That's all right. These kids need a break. I mean, coaches do too. I think at this time of the year, you're either going to do it or you're not. And right now, we're doing well. The girls have enough discipline to know that on the off days, it's a good idea to come in and shoot a little bit and get some running in. And I don't foresee that hurting us at all. If anything, it'll give us our legs back and get us rested and motivated to play.
Okay, you officially finish up the regular season at 7-19 because you have the forfeit win. You don't like that too much.
I can't stand it. But the thing that's to me, the thing that's hilarious about it is that here we are, and we're going to be going back, and we're going to a conference tournament with a 7-19, situation. It's unreal.
And you're in a streak. You've won now 3 games in a row.
We haven't, and we are peaking, folks. I mean, we're just playing good basketball. We're playing good defensive basketball too, and that's helping us. And our chemistry's working together.
It's the Care Bears and the You Are My Sunshine, right?
Right.
So
definitely. I think so. Tonight, now, we were something else. We were little bitty teddy bears or something.
Okay.
But, you know, you got to keep that in perspective, right? Yeah. You know, here we are. We win our last game. We win a home straight. Then we've got another game coming up, and it's in a conference tournament that we never even thought we'd get to. And we fed the girls their bag lunches tonight, just like always.
Hey, that's the way.
Unreal, isn't it?
Are you going to tell us the jokes that you told in the locker room before the game?
Well, we won't do that. We can't divulge that. I will tell you personally. I mean, there won't be a problem if anybody likes to come ask of them. There's nothing wrong with them. They're nice jokes.
Okay. Congratulations, Coach. We look forward to talking to you, I guess, on
Friday.
the 5th.
Yes. Yeah, I look forward to that. I hope the guys can pull out a win, too, tonight. Wouldn't that be great?
That'd be great.
2 days in a row here, huh?
Beth Palmer, our guest at halftime. The winners tonight, 62-47. We're back in 60 seconds on the Lions Sports Network. Welcome back to East Texas State University. Halftime stats, East Texas shooting 43% from the field. They're 12 of 28. 2 of 6 3-pointers. 8 of 12 free throws, 67%. 16 rebounds, 6 assists, 8 turnovers, 3 blocks, 3 steals. West Texas State shooting 54%, 14 of 26, 0 of 2 3-pointers, 6 of 8 free throws, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 8 turnovers, 2 blocks, 2 steals. Halftime score 34-34. Back with the second half in 60 seconds on the Lions Sports Network. Well, back to play in the second half of play here at East Texas State University as West Texas State has the ball to start play. It goes out to Andre Brown. Now give it to the left side over to Earl McKinney. McKinney gives it off to Ruiz. Tied at 34 as we start the second half. Andre Brown has it. We'll give you a station ID in just a moment. Going to the hoop. Ball is knocked out of bounds. And let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Lions Sports Network.
This is the Mint. 88.9 KETR, Commerce, Texas. Your home for ETSU sports.
John Hendry back with you at the ETSU Fieldhouse. 34-34. West Texas has the ball as it was knocked out of bounds by Nathan Sneed on the left side. Get the ball into Ruiz. Ruiz, 18-footer, no good. Rebound is tipped back out to Ruiz. And Ruiz again on the left side. Now goes to the right side. Andre Brown back outside. Bad pass. Lions get the turnover. Lindenlaub quickly down the floor. Chases the ball down. Goes to Hondo Ford, right corner. Ford now goes to Darren Fleming. Now to the right side. Nathan Sneed. 12-footer is no good. Rebound is out to West Texas State. Brought down by Bobby Jones. Jones quickly down the floor. Ball knocked away, but it's saved to Earl McKinney. McKinney's baseline jumper won't fall. Rebound out of bounds goes to East Texas State. Bobby Jones knocked it out of bounds. 18:58 to go in the ball game. Still tied at 34. Again, a slow start here as we had in the first half. Lindenlaub across the half court. Calls out the play. Now give it over to Darren Fleming up high left wing. Over to Nathan Sneed. Sneed fades it to Fleming. Left baseline off the got it. Darren Fleming now with 9 points, and it's 36-34 East Texas State. Lions trying to win 2 in a row here. Give the ball off to Earl McKinney. McKinney stolen away. Lions get the turnover. That's the 10th turnover by West Texas State. Give the ball off to Lyndon Love. Love works it now over to Hondo Ford. Drives the right baseline. Shot partially blocked. And out to Walter Ruiz. Hondo steals it right back over to Sneed. Sneed for the layup. Too strong. Rebound out to West Texas State. Give the ball out to Russell Adams. Adams quickly down the floor. Runs right into Lyndon Love. Love just drew his 4th foul. Hondo tried to reach, Lyndon tried to reach in and knock it away and drew his 4th foul. And Lyndon Love's going to check out of the ball game with his 4th foul at the 18:03 mark. And the freshman, Stephen Overton, will come into the ball game. It's been a rough game for Lyndon Love. 18:03 to go in the ball game. Here's the inbound into Andre Brown. Brown working on the right side. Now dribbles back out. Under 18 to go. Here's Hopper to the left side. Ruiz. Now Brown has it. Feed the ball inside. Hondo almost gets the steal. Knocks it into the West Texas State bench. Interesting, Mark Adams, the West Texas coach, not sitting on the end of the bench. He's sitting in the middle of the bench right next to Walter Ruiz, who came out a moment ago. Here's Carlos Hopper with the basketball. Goes to the left side. Now over to Andre Brown. Into the paint. Ball is on the floor and finally stolen away. Nathan Sneed gets it. Dishes out to Hondo Ford. Ford loses the ball. Double dribble called. Lions turn it over. That's their first of the half. West Texas has 3 here in the second half of play. 17:35 to go in the ball game. 36-34. East Texas leads. Only 1 basket scored here in the first 2.5 minutes of the second half. Carlos Hopper with the basketball. Now goes up high. This is Scott Caldwell. Whistle foul called underneath. Going to be against Nathan Sneed. That'll be his second, team foul number 2. Now Mike Laerla will check in for West Texas State. He's going to come in for who? 34. Russell Adams will check in. Adams had 16 points in the first half. He'll go visit with Jeff Morgan, the graduate assistant for West Texas State. Now get the ball outside to Brown. Now back over to Carlos Hopper. Hopper with the basketball to the left side to Caldwell. Whistle and a pushing foul away from the play. I think that's on Laerla. Let's see what John Paul says. He does. 44, Mike Laerla, second foul. Team foul 1. Turnover 12 on West Texas State. 17:10 to go. East Texas 36, West Texas 34. West Texas has won the last 2 between these 2 ball teams, including last year's Lone Star Conference game. We have a pushing foul. This is Darren Fleming got caught pushing away from the play. Turnover East Texas State. Oh, check it. It's not. It's on Tony Williamson. That's his third. Team foul 3. But yet it's still a turnover. So both teams have turned it over here in the early goings in the second half of play. Hopper to the right side. Give it off to Caldwell now. Caldwell feed the ball into Laerla. Left side of the lane. Back outside to Brown. Now to the baseline. Goes to Jones. 18-footer's good. Bobby Jones with 4. We're tied at 36. 16:36 to go in this ball game. Stephen Overton calls the play. Almost took steps as he crossed the half-court line. Hondo has it. Tony Williamson, top of the circle. Williamson looks, feed is in Darren Fleming. Fleming can't go. Outside to Overton. Overton back over to Darren Fleming. Fleming goes to the left side of the lane. Here's his 10-footer. Good. Fleming now with 11 points. 38-36. 16:11 to go. As down the floor, here is Carlos Hopper. Hopper to the right side to Scott Caldwell. Caldwell now up top to Carlos Hopper. Hopper looking. Now goes right side Caldwell. Feed the ball inside to nobody. Turnover, West Texas State. Now Walter Ruiz checks back into the ball game for the Buffaloes, as does Earl McKinney, as does Russell Adams. And out of the ball game are several Buffaloes, including Laerla, Caldwell, and I think Carlos Hopper checked out. West Texas State has the East Texas with the basketball and a 2-point lead. Here's Overton, left side, in trouble, back outside, Tony Williamson. Now to Hondo Ford, top of the circle. Now to the left side, Overton, 3-pointer is good. Overton now with 6 points, 41-36. Down the other way, here is Ruiz. Feed the ball inside, whistle foul. That's a reach in on Nathan Sneed. That'll be his third foul, team foul number 4 on East Texas State. And West Texas State will inbound from the right side of the ET basket. 15:27 to go in the ball game. 42-36 is our score. Here's the inbound on the right side. Ruiz has it now up to Brown to the right side. Feed the ball inside. Whistle. Sneed called for another foul. That's his 4th. Nathan can't believe it. And he'll go over to John Paul and say, what did I do? Jeff Lampkin will check in. Nathan Sneed's going to check out with 4 fouls. And he'll grab a program as he goes to the bench, trying to figure that out. That's the 15th foul on the Lions, not even 5 minutes into the half. Here's the inbound pass, knocked away, goes out of bounds. Will go to red. Actually, it's maroon, but that's besides the point. And West Texas State will have it. That was the official you heard saying red, and now we have a whistle and one. Tony Williamson and Bobby Jones juggling for position, and John Paul tells them, guys, Let's play nice now. Ruiz inbounds, goes to Earl McKinney. McKinney works right side, feed the ball off the foot of Darren Fleming. Reset the shot clock. And we'll inbound again in front of the West Texas State bench. As Walter Ruiz with the basketball. Goes up high to Adams, now over to Brown. West Texas trails by 6. Whistle and a foul inside. Actually, it should be 5. The score should be 41-36, not 42-36. And a timeout called. 15:04 to go. 41-36, East Texas leads. Back in 60 seconds on the Lions Sports Network. Welcome back to the ETSU Fieldhouse. 15 minutes, 4 seconds to go. By the way, that last play, Tony Williamson had drawn his 4th foul. Lions now have 3 players with 4 fouls. Lyndon Love, Nathan Snead, and Tony Williamson. So into the ball game, Allen Fields checks in. It's Allen Fields, Hondo Ford, Stephen Overton, Jeff Lampkin, and Darren Fleming. West Texas State will have the ball as we go back to play. And here we go. West Texas with the basketball. They had it on this side of the floor for quite a while. And here's the feed in. McKinney shot is blocked. Stephen Overton comes up with it. It was Fleming who got the block. And I think Allen Fields knocked it over to Overton. Now Lampkin right side. In trouble, gets it out, Allen Fields. Fields now back to Overton. The Lions will reset. Over to Hondo Ford. Lions with a 5-point lead under 15 minutes in the game. Darren Fleming has it knocked off his foot out of bounds. Ball goes to West Texas State. So John Paul will get a ball from the sideline, and we're ready to go back to play. I hope that's not one of the women's balls. Did they pick them up? I guess they did. That looks like a regulation size. That happened one time already this year. One of the women's balls was underneath the basket. There's a feed into McKinney. We have a whistle traveling call. Oh, no, it's a foul. It's a push-off. 3-2. Earl McKinney called for the charge. That's his 3rd foul. Team foul 2. And the 14th turnover to West Texas State. Scott Caldwell will check back in, and Earl McKinney will check out with 3 fouls. Inbound pass into Darren Fleming. Fleming quickly down the floor, has to hold up. Now over to Jeff Lampkin, left wing up high. 41-36 the score. Lampkin works on the left. Puts Ruiz on the floor. Hondo for 3. Won't fall. Rebound. Battle for Fleming gets it. Out now to Fields. Now Overton. 3-pointer on the way. He drained it. Stephen Overton with 9 points. That's his 3rd 3-pointer. 44-36. Lions by 8. 13:55 to go. Ruiz with the basketball. Now to Caldwell. Caldwell back to Ruiz right side. Feed it inside. This is Jones. Jones 10 around the paint. Won't fall. And a charging foul, a pushing foul underneath. That may be on Adams. Let's see. Red 3-4. That's Russell Adams, his first team foul 3. Into the ball game comes Kevin White, his first appearance of the day, and Mike Hamilton into the ball game for West Texas State. They'll replace Bobby Jones and Russell Adams. All right, East Texas with the basketball and an 8-point lead at 13:43 to go. Stephen Overton with the basketball across the half court. Overton just doing some good work. Working that basketball. Now out to Darren Fleming. Fleming in the paint, dishes back off Lampkin. Left side for 3. Won't fall. Rebound knocked away and saved by Allen Fields. But it goes to West Texas State. Now under the basket. Here's an easy basket by Mike Hamilton. 44-38. Well, a nice try by Allen Fields to save that ball, but it went right to a Buffalo. Now Overton across the half court. Give it up to Allen Fields near the half court circle. He'll dribble back over to Overton. Overton directs the play. He'll go left wing. Inside for the layup. Got it. Stephen Overton has taken this team and said, I'm going to score some points here. He has 11. Now White up to Ruiz. Feed the ball inside. Goes out of bounds. East Texas gets it. 15th turnover by West Texas State. 12:48 to go. East Texas 46. West Texas 38. Lions trying for their second consecutive win and an upset of the Buffaloes. Allen Fields with the basketball. Left side goes to Jeff Lampkin. Lampkin now to Overton. Right side goes to Fields. Fields feeds it under now to Lampkin. Lampkin has to come back out with it. Now holds up, goes to Darren Fleming up high. 25 on the shot clock. Fleming now shoots top of the key. Won't fall. Rebound out to West Texas State. Brought down by Andre Brown. Brown to the right side. Now out to Walter Ruiz. Ruiz outside to Hamilton. Now to the left side, Caldwell. Drives the baseline. Layup is good. Scott Caldwell and a timeout called. 12:06 to go. 46-40, East Texas leads. Back in 60 seconds on the Lions Sports Network. Welcome back to the ETSU Fieldhouse. John Hendry with you on the Lions Sports Network tonight. Our studio engineer, Mark Chapman. We're glad to have you on KETR Commerce, KGVL Greenville, and around the nation on Team Line. 12 minutes, 6 seconds to go. It's East Texas 46, West Texas 40. Lions with the basketball. Stephen Overton will bring it up the floor against Carlos Hopper. Overton across the half court, works right wing. Now give it to Darren Fleming near the half court circle. Out to Allen Fields, top of the circle. Fields whistle, pushing foul away from the play. And it's going to be against two. 42, Mike Hamilton's first foul. Team foul number 4 on West Texas. So the Lions will get a fresh shot clock, and they'll inbound from underneath the Buffalo basket. 11:55 to go. Here's the inbound underneath to Allen Fields. Fields dribbles it off the Hondo Ford's foot, gets it over to now left side goes to Fleming. Fleming now back to Lampkin, top of the circle, right side Overton, three-pointer, got it! Stephen Overton has 14 points, and it's 49-40. How do you do? Overton averages a point and a half. The freshman now has hit 4 3-pointers. To the left side, Scott Caldwell has it. Up high to Carlos Hopper. Left side goes to Caldwell. Goes to Ruiz. Ball knocked out of bounds by Darren Fleming. Into the ball game for West Texas comes Greg Houston. And he'll replace Mike Hamilton. Also into the ball game, Earl McKinney will check in. And McKinney's going to replace Scott Caldwell. 11:24 to go. It's East Texas 49, West Texas 40. With the basketball, Carlos Hopper has it to the left side, Ruiz. Ruiz goes to the corner. Here is Earl McKinney. McKinney back upside, now to the right side, give it to Houston. Now to Hopper in the paint, out to Ruiz. Into the paint, shot up, good, Kevin White. 49-42, Lions lead is 7. 11 minutes to go. Here's Stephen Overton with the basketball. Overton goes to Allen Fields' right side. Now over to Lampkin, almost lost it. Lampkin over to Darren Fleming. Over to Overton. Whistle, Overton took steps. Turnover East Texas. Boy, this gets confusing. East Texas and West Texas. It is the 12th turnover for the Lions. Down the floor, Carlos Hopper for the Buffaloes of West Texas to Ruiz to Hopper. To the left side, Houston. Houston goes to the right side, Ruiz. Can't go, now to Hopper. Hopper underneath, goes to McKinney. Whistle foul. Darren Fleming, I think, drew that one. And McKinney's going to go to the line. Let's see. Goal 5, that is Darren Fleming's 3rd foul and the 17th foul on East Texas. And Earl McKinney will go to the line to shoot 2. He is a 75% free throw shooter. 81 of 108 on the year. 10 minutes, 29 seconds to go. 49-42, East Texas. And McKinney hits the free throw. Into the ball game comes Russell Adams. He'll replace Kevin White. White, who played at WT for a while, then left. Came back. Second shot no good. Rebound out to East Texas. 49-43. 6-point lead for the Lions. Down the floor, Overton over to Hondo Ford. Lions playing with 3 players with 4 fouls. Hondo into the paint. Shot underneath Darren Fleming. Got the roll. 51-43. Lions by 8. Fleming now with 13 points. Here's a 3-pointer on the way. Well short. Rebound. Battle for. Whistle foul. That's going to be, I think, on Carlos Hopper. On the back of someone. It is Hopper's second, team foul 5. Into the ball game, Andre Brown will check in for West Texas State. He'll replace Greg Houston. 10 minutes, 1 second to go. Also into the ball game now, Doug Peak is going to check in. And Peak is going to replace Jeff Lampkin. Hondo Ford, Doug Peak, Steven Overton. And now what? We have a problem. One of the lenses has popped out, I think, of Walter Ruiz's glasses. And, we found the lens. It went into the stands, and one of the fans has it. So an official's timeout while they attend to that. Well, okay. So we'll go back to play. Ruiz will play without it for the time being. At this brief timeout, East Texas shooting 45%. They're 19 of 42. West Texas shooting 50%. They're 18 of 36. Lions lead the rebounding, 21-20 turnovers. West Texas 17 and East Texas 12. Thank you, Bill Powers. All right, full court pressure, but Overton, no problem, goes across. Fleming gets the layup. And it's a 10-point lead, 53-43, 9:49 to go. All right, with the basketball, here is Walter Ruiz. He works on the left side. Feed the ball inside, Russell Adams. Layup, won't fall, whistle foul called. Allen Fields gets called for the block there. That'll be his first, team foul 8. Ruiz says, I'm going to play without these glasses for a while. At the line to shoot 2 is Russell Adams. He is 4 of 6 from the charity line, and he'll shoot 2. 9:37 to go. Adams' shot is no good. And the lead holds at 10 for the Lions. Boy, it's going to be a battle to the finish. You can bet on that. Second shot is no good. Rebound, Allen Fields. Out to Hondo, out to Steven Overton. Overton down the floor, works against Carlos Hopper. Overton across the half-court line. Going to go right baseline, dishes off underneath Hondo Ford. 55-43. Lions lead by 12. 9:15 to go. To the left side, Walter Ruiz has the basketball. Feed the ball inside, Adams. Whistle, blocking foul on Fields. Fields would have drawn the charge, except he moved his arms. That's his second foul. And Adams will go back to shoot, and this will be 2 shots. Well, he missed his last 2. 9 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Free throw is good. Adams now with 17 points, and that's his first points of the second half. He had 16 in the first half. Adams to shoot again, up and good. 18 for Adams, 55-45. Lions by 10, 9:06 to go. Steven Overton across the half court for East Texas State. Overton works on the left side, goes to the basket, his shot blocked, and it goes out now to West Texas. They have a fast break. Adams slammed it. Ooh, 55-47. Now Doug Peak will bring it up the floor for the Lions. He'll go across the half court. Over now to Fleming. Fleming to Overton. Overton left side, back to Fleming. Fleming now out to Doug Peak. Guarded very quickly. Peak works around. Over to Hondo Ford. Ford has to chase it down and does so. Ford into the paint, fouled as he goes to the hoop. Change of defense for Mark Adams, West Texas. They've gone to a man defense. Walter Ruiz just picked up his third foul, team foul 6. Into the ball game now comes Scott Caldwell. He will replace Carlos Hopper. 8:25 to go. And they're going to call it a non-shooting foul, so Hondo will inbound from the left side. Tries to get it in and knocked out of bounds by West Texas State. So now Hondo will inbound from the left corner. 8:24 to go. Lions by 8. Hondo Ford will inbound now from the left corner. Gets it into Overton. Three-pointer on the way. This one's good. 17 points for Stephen Overton. And here's a feed into McKinney. He lays it in. 58-49. A 9-point lead for East Texas. The story, Stephen Overton with 17. Hondo Ford shot won't fall. Rebound Fleming. He's fouled. And he'll go to the line. 3-2. That's Earl McKinney's 4th foul, the 17th foul on West Texas State. And Darren Fleming, who is 2 of 3 from the line with 15 points, will shoot 2. Fleming, averaging 10-6 a game, is good. Now has 16 points. 8:02 to go. Mike Laerla checks into the ball game. He'll probably replace Earl McKinney, and he does. 59-49. Lions by 10. 8:02 to go. Second shot is up and also good. 17 for Darren Fleming. 60-49. Down the floor quickly is Andre Brown in the paint. Oh, nice shot, Andre Brown. West Texas, quick points. Down the floor here is Doug Peak. Peak across the half court. Lions trying to milk that 45-second clock. Now Allen Fields up high. Gives it back to Darren Fleming. Now over to Stephen Overton. Overton with 5 3-pointers in this ball game. Now here's Hondo, top of the key, won't fall. Rebound Caldwell for West Texas. Long pass goes down and is saved by West Texas State to Caldwell. Now to the left side, give it to Adams. Adams in the paint, dishes off, and Mike Laerla gets the basket. Paul Peak is up wondering where the foul was when Brown crashed into Hondo Ford. I was wondering it myself. Thank you very much. Doug Peak works on the right side, back out to Allen Fields. Lions lead by 7. West Texas, though, scored 4 in a row here. Now Darren Fleming drives to the baseline underneath, got it to fall. 62-53, East Texas. Fleming now with 19, 6:49 to go. The right side, Walter Ruiz with the basketball. Now give it to Caldwell. Caldwell up top, now to the left side, Andre Brown. Feed it to Ruiz, left corner. Ruiz dribbles around. Now feed up top, here's Adams. Adams, left side, bank up, won't fall, rebound, goes to Brown. He puts it up, count it, and he's fouled. And the foul is on Hondo Ford. That's his first and the 10th team foul on the Lions. Paul Peak says he wants a timeout. 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go. East Texas 62, West Texas 55. Back in 60 seconds on the Lions Sports Network. John Hendry back at the ETSU Fieldhouse at the timeout. The Lions shooting 47% from the field. They're 23 of 49, 6 of 12 3-pointers, and 10 of 14 free throws. West Texas shooting 55%. They're 23 of 42, 0 of 3 3-pointers, 9 of 14 free throws, 23 rebounds. Both teams, in fact, with 23 rebounds. All right, if we're going to the line, it will be Andre Brown shooting a 1-and-1. 62-55. Excuse me, one shot, not a 1-and-1. As Brown hit the basket, shot is up and good. And now 62-56. It's a 6-point game with 6:30 to go. Into the ball game, Carlos Hopper checks in for Scott Caldwell. Here's the inbound pass, knocked away, and West Texas gets the turnover. Ruiz, left side, back outside to Carlos Hopper. Hopper dribbled around to the right side. Now to Reese. Right baseline, 18-footer's good. 4 for Ruiz, 62-58. And all of a sudden, West Texas is on a 9-2 tear. Nathan Steve with the basketball. He checked in at the timeout. Now over to Doug Peak. Peak fouled by Carlos Hopper, who draws his 3rd. Team foul 8 on West Texas. And that'll put Doug Peak at the line to shoot 1-and-1. Peak is a 56% free throw shooter. He's 5 of 9 on the year. 6:02 to go in the ball game. Lions holding on to a 6-point lead. Now Scott Caldwell and Mike Laerla check back in as they replace Carlos Hopper and Bobby Jones. At the line, Doug Peak to shoot 1-and-1. The senior would like to get the free throw and does. Doug Peak's first point of the ball game, and he'll get the bonus. Stephen Overton comes out of the ball game, and he gets a hand from his teammates. 17 points for Overton as Lyndon Love checks back in. Peak's second free throw is no good. Battle for the rebound. It goes out to West Texas, 63-58. Down the floor, here's Andre Brown. Lions with a 5-point lead. It was 11 a minute ago. Down the other way, Scott Caldwell has it. Goes to the corner to Mike Laerla. Three-pointers over the basket. Rebound chased down by Caldwell. He'll go into the paint. Puts up a shot rejected by Hondo Ford. Oh, boy, and he got some fans really cheering on that one in the far side. They like that slam there by Hondo Ford. Whoa. 5:31 to go. West Texas with the basketball. Shot clock, by the way, is down to 10 because, of course, it never touched iron. Ruiz in the paint. Oh, what a shot by Walter Ruiz. And it's 63-60. West Texas is closed to within 3, 5:16 left. Hondo Ford down the floor. Works up high on the right side. Now in trouble. No place to go with it. Out to Allen Fields. Now back over to Lyndon Love. Love with the basketball. Deals to Nathan Snead on the left side. Snead out to Doug Peak. Peak calls the play. 23 on the shot clock. Out to Hondo Ford. He is fouled by Ruiz. That's Ruiz's fourth foul. And the ninth team foul on West Texas State. Into the ball game, Earl McKinney checks in. He'll replace Mike Laerla. At the line, Hondo Ford will shoot a 1-and-1. Ford is 2 of 4 from the line, 11 points. Lions have got to have these free throws. Up and good. 12 points now for Hondo Ford. Lions back to a 4-point lead. Now Tony Williamson checks into the ball game, and Allen Fields is going to come out. Senior got some good playing time for the Lions tonight. No points, but he did what he had to do. Second shot is good for Hondo Ford. Hondo with 13, 65-60. Now Darren Fleming will check in for Doug Peak. So the Lions with their starting lineup out there now. Hondo Ford, Darren Fleming, Lyndon Love, Nathan Snead, Tony Williamson. 3 of those playing with 4 fouls. Love, Snead, and Williamson. 4:47 left on the right side. It's Andre Brown. Ruiz, three-pointer, top of the circle. It's short. Rebound, Tony Williamson. Lions with a basketball, 5-point lead, 4:38 to go. Hondo Ford called for a charge. Unbelievable. Walter Ruiz was moving, and John Paul called a charge on Hondo Ford. You can't do that. No, you can't be moving. But John Paul called the charge. Unbelievable call. Now, if you'd put a forearm into him, I could see that, but there wasn't any forearm. Sorry. That's a bad call by John Paul. Anyway, West Texas now with the basketball. That's the 14th turnover against the Lions. Andre Brown with the basketball. Goes into the paint. This is Caldwell. Goes up and hits the shot. Scott Caldwell with 8, 65-62. Back to a 3-point game, 4:09 left. West Texas pushing down the stretch. As it's Lyndon Love over to Hondo Ford. Ford fakes, now give it over to Tony Williamson. Back now to Darren Fleming. Fleming left side goes to Nathan Snead. Feed it to Hondo Ford. Baseline jumper is short. Rebound, West Texas State. They can cut it to 1 this trip. Ruiz feeds it under to Caldwell. Lost the ball, gets it back. Up for the shot. We're within 1. 65-64. 3:38 to go. Lyndon Love with the basketball. Lions trying not to fade down the stretch. Love gives it over to Fleming. It has been a run of 15-5. Hondo for 3. Won't fall. Rebound, Hondo. Top of the key. Shoots. Won't fall. Rebound, Hondo again. On the floor. Battle for it. West Texas comes out with it. It's Caldwell with the basketball. He'll give it out to Ruiz. Now to the left side to Brown. Into Caldwell. Caldwell charging foul. That's his second. Team foul 10, turnover 18. Into the ball game now for West Texas State is Carlos Hopper. He'll replace Ruiz. Also into the ball game, Bobby Jones. And Jones is going to replace Caldwell. 3:04 to go. Lions with a 1-point lead, 65-64. Lyndon Love calls the play. He goes across the half-court line. Love with the basketball. Goes to Darren Fleming. Fleming out to Tony Williamson. Top of the key. Dishes back out to Love. Three-pointer. Left corner. Got it. 68-64. Lions back by 4. 2:39 to go. Andre Brown for West Texas. Out to Carlos Hopper. Hopper goes to the right side. Looking. Feed it to McKinney. The right wing. He dribbles it out of bounds. Turnover, West Texas State. 2 minutes, 26 seconds to go. Now back into the ball game comes Scott Caldwell and Kevin White as they will replace Russell Adams and Andre Brown. Lions basketball, 2:23 to go. They lead by 4. Lions trying for their second win in a row. There is Tony Williamson to the right side. Darren Fleming. Fleming looking. Now drives top of the key. Can't go back outside to Williamson. Goes to the basket. Whistle foul call. Blocking foul on West Texas. It's on Kevin White. Tony Williamson will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Lions. Jeff Lampkin will check in for East Texas State. And he's going to replace who? Nathan Sneed. Couple of substitution for West Texas. Walter Ruiz and Russell Adams back in, along with Andre Brown. At the line, Tony Williams will shoot 2. He is 2 of 3 from the line, has not scored in the second half. What an exciting game here tonight on KETR and Commerce and KGVL in Greenville, and a long team line tonight. Shot up and good. Tony Williamson, 7 points now for the senior. Lions up by 5, 69-64. Second shot is also good. It's 70-64. East Texas by 6. 2:05 to go. Down the floor, Andre Brown, three-pointer. No fall, rebound, Ruiz in the paint. Partially blocked. It falls, though. Ruiz with 8, and now we have a whistle and a timeout call to West Texas. 70-66. Lions lead by 4. We're back in 60 seconds on the Lions Sports Network.
What's up?
Hendry back at the ETSU Fieldhouse. West Texas shooting 55% from the field. They're 28 of 51. East Texas 24 of 53 from the field. But they've hit 7 of 14 three-pointers. West Texas has hit 0 of 6. That right there is the difference in the game. The Lions lead by 4, 70-66. Timeout situation. Both teams have 3 left. 1:55 to go. The Lions with a 4-point lead. And this ought to be fun. Hondo Ford to inbound. Does so Lyndon Love. And Love will work it up the court. Andre Brown has it. Has him. Love across the half court. 1:48 left. Here's Darren Fleming. Left side, Jeff Lampkin. Lampkin dribbles around. Almost lost the ball. Now gets it over to Love. Shot clock 29. Game clock 1:39. Tony Williamson has it way up high. Now dribbles around right side. Give it to Fleming. Fleming drives the baseline. Soft jumper won't fall. Charging foul called on Darren Fleming. Oh, my. Post-possession foul. That'll be his 4th. Team 15th turnover, and will be a 2-shot for West Texas State. Oh, boy. That's a tough break. At the line will be who? Andre Brown. Brown 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Will shoot 2. He's a 78% free throw shooter. 1:29 left, 70-66. Brown's shot is good. And we got a score for you. Final score tonight. A&I 80, Eastern New Mexico 67. That is a final score tonight. Second shot for Brown is also good. It's a 2-point game, 70-68. Oh, boy. 1:26 left. Love across the half court. 1:22 left. Here's Hondo. Shot clock at 35. Lions with a 2-point lead. Give it now to Lyndon Love. 28 on the shot clock. Lions need some points. Here's Darren Fleming with it. Out to Tony Williamson. Williamson drives into the paint, dishes off underneath, ball on the floor. Hondo gets it, missed the shot, gets the rebound, puts it up. It's deflected. Rebound out to Row East for West Texas. It is almost stolen. It is stolen. Tony Williamson has it. It's out of bounds. Oh, Jeff Lampkin tried to save it, and it went out of bounds after he touched it. It would have been the Lions' ball. 49.9 seconds left, and West Texas has it with a chance to tie. Oh, my. Andre Brown with the basketball. Here is Caldwell with it. Working. Now goes to McKinney. Now the left side to Brown. Brown looking. Goes to Row East. Top of the circle. He drives in. Shoots top of the key. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Will be East Texas ball with 31 seconds left. 31.4 seconds to go. East Texas has the basketball. Hondo gets the inbound into Lyndon Love. 29 seconds left. Almost a steal. They're feed it across to Lampkin. Lampkin goes to Tony Williamson. Williamson guarded closely. Dishes out now to Hondo Ford. 20 seconds to go. Love. Lions by 2. Love has it. Now over to Hondo Ford. 15 seconds. Now get the ball over to the corner. It is Fleming, and he's fouled with 11.2 seconds to go. 1-4. That's Scott Caldwell's third foul. Darren Fleming at the line to shoot 2. Darren has hit 4 of 5 tonight. 5 of 5 tonight. He has 19 points. Nathan Snead will check into the ball game for East Texas. He'll replace Lampkin at a timeout call to West Texas State. 11.2 seconds left. East Texas 70, West Texas 68. Back in 60 seconds on the Lions Sports Network.
Delphio Marcellus.
You are checking out.
John Hendry back at the ETSU Fieldhouse. 70-68 East Texas State. 11.2 seconds to go. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Darren Fleming will shoot 2. He's 5 of 5 tonight. Came into the ball game shooting 58%. Big free throws for the Lions. Fleming is up and is short. Ouch. Darren will shoot again. Several Buffalo fans made their way down for the trip. From Amarillo, Fleming's second shot is no good. Rebound to West Texas. Quickly, Andre Brown down the floor. Brown goes to the baseline. Walter Row East dishes out. Now back to Brown. 3 seconds. Back to Row East. Three-pointer on the way. He got it with 1 second left, and West Texas has won the ball game. West Texas State on a three-pointer by Walter Row East has won the ball games for the Buffaloes when East Texas State could not hit their free throws. East Texas had an opportunity to win it, but Darren Fleming misses 2 free throws with 10.6 seconds left, and the Lions lose it on a three-pointer by Walter Row East. Final score, West Texas 71, East Texas 70. Back after this 2-minute timeout on the Lions Sports Network. Welcome back to the ETSU Fieldhouse tonight. Oh, my. What a disappointment tonight for the East Texas State Lions, who led by as many as 11 points, 60-49. Find themselves, actually, they led by as many as 12 points, 55-43. They lose to West Texas State tonight, 71-70. West Texas scores the final 7 points of the game. And if East Texas State can hit their free throws, they win it. But Darren Fleming at the line with 10.6 seconds left, missed both ends of a 2-shot foul, and the Lions see Walter Row East hit a jumper at the buzzer from the left corner to win it 71-70. How unbelievably disappointing this afternoon. The Lions and West Texas play even in the first half at 34. It's a 1-point difference in the second half, 37-36. The difference tonight, 71-70 is our final score. West Texas State beats East Texas State. So we said it was 34 all at the half, tied at 36, and the Lions rushed out to a 44-36 lead. Rushed it out to 46-38, 49-40. Then it was cut to 6 at 49-43. Lions stretched it out to 12 at 55-43. Then it went 58-47, 60-49, and that's when West Texas State started to fight back. They cut it to 60-53, then 62-56, then 63-58, then 65-60, then 65-64. The Lions got a three-pointer to cut it to make it 68-64, and then a free throw, or a couple of points made it 70-64. That was the last time the Lions would score. As West Texas, we scored the final 7 points. The final score tonight was East Texas State 70 and West Texas State 71. That's our final tonight. Back with more on the postgame show in 60 seconds on the Lions Sports Network.